Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to cut the background out of a photo using a layer mask in Photoshop. I've got an image here of Ryan Day from Geek and Sundry, and we need to cut this background out. First thing I did was I went ahead and copied my background layer and hid the original background. Now with the layer copy selected, I'm going to go to the layer menu, hover over layer mask, and choose Reveal All. It may look like nothing happened at first, but what Photoshop has done is it has created a layer mask for this layer and selected it. You can tell right here in the Layers panel by this white box that a layer mask is on this layer, and then the corner brackets around it tell you whether you have the layer itself selected or the layer's mask selected. Since we're going to be editing the mask, we need to make sure that it is selected. Now, to edit with a layer mask, you simply use the brush tool. You may have noticed that when I select my layer, my colors for the foreground and background are a green and brown. But when I go and select the mask of the layer, they turn to black and white. That's because a layer mask is a way to visually tell Photoshop what parts of an image you want to show versus hide. When using something like the eraser tool, you're deleting the information about the pixels. With a mask, you're doing just that. You are masking the information about it. So white, as you can see by the thumbnail, causes it to be shown. Since this is all white, the whole image is being shown. If we switch the foreground color to black and begin to paint on the photo, it'll begin to disappear. Just like that. So to edit this out, you would just draw around your subject like you would normally. But let's say while you're going, you get a little hurry and you accidentally delete a part that you need. With an eraser tool or another form of destructive editing, it might be hard for you to go back and add this in depending on when you noticed that you made the mistake. But with a layer mask, all you have to do is switch the color back to white, use the appropriate size brush, and just draw it right back in. And it'll reappear just like that. Because instead of editing the pixels of the layer, we're just telling Photoshop which parts of this layer we want to see. The last critical part when you've got the background cut out of your photo is how do you save it so that you can actually share it with someone else. Let's say that I just wanted the subject by themselves without anything else, like I'm not going to add them to another image. There's a couple different options you can do. When you're saving your image, you'll need to use a format that saves in transparency. The native Photoshop format, of course, will save transparency. It'll save your layers. It saves everything. Another format that saves transparency is the GIF format. GIFs have a limited color palette though, so depending on what your image is, that might not be a good one to use. The one that most people use would be the .png format. It's a good one. It's a small file size and it will save your transparency. So if you want a recommendation, I would recommend saving it as a .png. But you do have a third option. If it's a very high quality image, you could use a TIFF. So we're going to just go ahead and save ours as a PNG. I'm going to put it right on my desktop. You'll get a couple options on how to make your PNG. You can use, you can use compression, or if you want it interlaced. If you're just an average user, these won't matter to you. So we can go ahead and save it. I've gone ahead and opened my image in the default image viewer, and you can see that the background has been removed and it's now ready to be shared online. I hope this video helped you out and gave you some ideas on how to edit your photos. If there's any other tools that you would like some advice on or a video explaining it, feel free to leave a comment and I will be happy to try and help you out. So take care and have a great day.